guys, today we are going to do a front carry that's good from newborn to slightly older babies. It's really supportive and it's pretty nice and comfortable on your back, so it's a good nap time or long-term carry for when you're going to have baby up a little bit longer than normal. It does require a fairly long wrap. You're going to need at least a base size to a base base plus one, sorry. So that is what you're going to be using for this particular carry. I've got my Cockatee Harlequin. I'm trying to find my middle marker. So you're going to start off by finding your middle marker. And once you have your middle marker, most of this is going to start off just like a regular front wrap cross carry, which, speaking of, this carry is a knotless pocket double cross carry. And so we're going to start by putting that middle marker up on your chest, and just like a regular pocket cross carry or front wrap cross carry, we're going to then take these edges and crisscross them across our back. So I like to do a little pinch behind my arm, take this other arm and just kind of hold the wrap between two fingers, and we're going to flip it up and over my shoulder so you can kind of see my arm movement. Just going to kind of hold it and then just do a little wrist flip that's going to twist it up and around, keeping my top rail nice and flat across my back. And then I'm just going to slowly gather up my rail so that way it's up over my shoulder and a little bit more manageable. So I'm then going to do the same thing with the other side. So I'm just going to gather up, I'm going to do my pinch and then flare it out. If you're finding that you're having a lot of trouble doing that back flip around and your tails get a little bit twisted up, then some people like to go out about this far and then pinch those new starting point together and then take out and do a flip over and around, which gives you a little bit more slack to kind of work out. So that is one particular option. And then once again, just kind of gather everything up. So now you should have a X on your back. So from here, I'm just going to gather up my pockets, make it a little bit more manageable for getting my baby in, because this is the point we're going to pick up the baby and we're going to put them into this front pocket right here. So, come here, baby. So I'm going to be using my 18-month-old. I'm going to start by putting her up over my shoulder, supporting her with one hand, and with the other hand I'm going to reach underneath this pocket and through. So I'm going to use this hand to just feed her legs in and through my pocket. So I'm going to feed this up and over her back and body. And I've still got one hand supporting her underneath, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this bottom portion of the wrap, and you can see all the slack down at the bottom portion. I'm going to use this amount, basically you can kind of see from here, it's going to go up and underneath her and to pin her seat between her body and my body. So when I flip it under, I'm just going to reach and sort of do a little tuck. And what you want to check for and make sure from there is that you've got it nice and snug from knee to knee, and you can see how, if I push these out of the way, her knees are slightly higher than her bum, making this sort of M shape. That's what you're going to be looking for. So from here, I am going to do a little bit of tightening. I'm going to do a single pull tighten on one side. Then I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to just tuck it in between my legs to hold it up nice and tight so I can just work on this side for a moment. So first I'm going to take this back piece, or this bottom piece, which is going to correspond to my bottom rail, and I'm just going to pull it up and out so you can kind of see that movement up and out. And I'm going to do the same thing with this top rail that has a little bit of slack here, so you can see me sort of feed it over and around and pull it out, make it go up and around. Okay, so if you have any slack in your middle portions, then you're going to pull the middle portion up and around, feel out that slack pull from over her body right there. So now that I have this nice and tight, I am going to take this piece of my single rail and I'm going to pass it underneath my arm, And when I pass it underneath my arm, I'm going to reach around to find this top rail again. And I'm going to use my other hand to pull that up across my back and just spread it out as nicely as possible. So what I found from here is you want to make sure that you don't have this rail too tight, because that's going to cause some pain in your shoulder. So a little bit of sort of working with right there to find the right tightness. Okay, so I'm going to then pass it underneath this rail that I have tightened right here, and then tuck that to support again. So from here, I am going to spread this piece over her body. You can, if you want to change it up a little bit and you've got a seat popper, you can take this rail and pass it underneath her leg first. So you can pass under. And then after you pass under, spread it over their body. It's okay. Oh, I know. And then just spread, spread, spread. Spread, spread, spread. Work out all of that slack. And then once you have that slack worked out, you're going to do a knotless by pulling your shoulder strap. It's going to go over the shoulder strap first, and then you're going to reach in and just pull it through. And then just do a little tug to tighten up. And that side is finished. So now we're going to work on this other side. Hold on. So we're going to do the same thing with the other side. Pull tight, pass it around, spread it up and over your back. I like to pull it up as high as possible first. So just really come up and over my shoulder, and then pull from up over my shoulder, pull straight out to go across my back. So if you want to do the under the leg pass, you can do the under the leg pass. If you don't, then you can just do over the torso, just like this. The best for this patterned wrap that I'm using, because you end up with your pattern all upside down. So across the body, and then once again we're going to go over and through that pass right here. And then to tighten up and make sure you don't have any slack, you're just going to pull up and kind of over across your body. And here we go. So very supportive all the way across your body. Nice for night time, sleep times, long carry times. So, thank you guys.